Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about the Snyder Cut because the Snyder Cut is coming soon. One more day for the Snyder Cut to drop on HBO Max, and I can't wait to watch. I'm excited to see it. Yes, I've been waiting for this for a long time because let's be honest, we was robbed from Justice League anyway with the Josh Whedon thing. But I'm not here to be like, oh, this or that, blase, blase. My problem is the media and how the media, this whole media trying to quote unquote saying we're toxic fans and bashing us and trying to say how, the Snyder Cut is giving in to Nazis, terrorism. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? When is enough going to be enough with this crap? Because I'm getting real sick of this. I'm getting real tired of this crap that I'm hearing all the time. I can't never just go on YouTube or social media without hearing an article talking about how toxic we are as fans for demanding studios and companies to give us what we want and not what they think we want. I'm sorry. We're the customers. We're the fans. If we don't like what you put out, you don't double down on it. You give us what we want. Stop trying to change things because there are certain weirdos that don't like it. I'm so over this crap. And there's already hit pieces out on this movie. There are already hit pieces about how the fans are Nazis, the Snyder Cut fan base is terrorists that needs to be eliminated, and this is what happens when WB gives in to Nazis. And it's just like, are you guys upset because Ethan Van Sciver is in there? Because this is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing from a lot of videos. Or are you upset that your name's not on it, or are you upset that your work wasn't good enough to be inspired by a movie based on a comic book? Because there are levels, but this media hit piece and stuff like that needs to stop. And another thing, stop dragging Zack Snyder's daughter into this nonsense. His daughter killed herself. That is a tragedy. It's not for you to exploit, and it's not for you to make fun of at all. That is something serious that sometimes some parents and some people that know that person can't recover from. And to make hit pieces about that kind of stuff, when you guys know the story, you know that WB did this man dirty during the time that he had that tragedy. And because they got upset at the reception of Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, which, by the way, WB self-sabotaged that. Don't get mad at the directors sometimes, because you sometimes there are free range with stuff. There are free ranges with things. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. There are sometimes some directors and some producers can work out, but don't try to throw everything on Zack Snyder and stop trying to say that he's the worst director ever. I'm not saying his movies is perfect, and I'm not saying his choices are perfect, but don't sit up here and be like everything that he's done is terrible. We were living in a superheroic bubble that, no offense, Zack Snyder burst. People can get mad all they want to. People cannot agree with Zack Snyder, but he did. Think about it. How many Marvel movies have we watched that really had consequences? That was early on in the movies. Exactly. Nobody batted an eye about the Avengers, that final battle. They were in New York City and there was death and destruction, and nobody said nothing. That was an alien evasion. You don't think people died? People died. The city got destroyed. But because it was in beautiful colors, nobody batted an eye. But as soon as we do Man of Steel, oh, I just can't believe Superman would sit up there and destroy the city and stuff like that. Two superpower beings, and one's trying to defend the earth, What did you think was going to happen? And what did you think was going to happen if there was a sequel? There were going to be consequences. And that's what he did. He had consequences for these characters. Superman didn't get off easy. Yes, I don't agree with some of the stuff that he's done. I'm not saying the movie's perfect, but I don't think it's as bad as everybody's saying because, again, I've seen worse superhero movies. I can tell you that. I can definitely tell you that. It's not the most bestest superhero movie, but it's a good action, political thriller, mystery kind of going on. It has a little bit of everything in there. With all the symbolism, with all the messaging, it's not only does he go from the comic books, he takes from realistic history. He takes from realistic events and put that into a superhero movie that, because we're so not used to that and because we're so lost on the art form of filming, that we don't see it. But that is another conversation for another day. I'm just saying these hit pieces attacking the fans gets getting on my nerves. You guys did that for the Joker, you did that for Alita, and you did that for Sonic. And all three of those movies were amazing because you know why? Because the studios listened to the fans and gave them something that they wanted. Unlike everybody else that thinks that they can just give us what we want. And ask yourself, why are you upset that a studio who is scrapped for cash is giving the fans something that they want after years of saying it's not real or whatever and stuff like that? And see, that's another thing that people don't want to admit with the whole Snyder Cut thing, because again, I understand there are some people in the Snyder Cut fan base, but people have to understand, where did this rage from the Snyder Cut fan base come from? You know, it's the media doing this hit pieces saying it doesn't exist. People are delusional. You're stupid. You're crazy. Or whatever. You're just mad that WB didn't want to do it or whatever and stuff like that. You're just mad this or that. And what was happening? What was happening? The media was stroking those flames. So now that you don't stroke those flames, you got people who are really upset about this stuff, who make it be known. I'm not saying it's correct or anything, but the media needs to start taking responsibility and stop trying to blame the fans and stop trying to blame Zack Snyder. There's only so much as a director he could do. WB wanted him to rush this stuff together, and he didn't want to, and they couldn't wait. So let's not pretend like this is all on him. Nobody ever wants to blame the studios. They want to blame the director or the fans. But what's so funny is, anytime DC release a property, or matter of fact, anything that's non-Disney related, that's not owned by Disney at all, is criticized to hell and back. Especially when the stuff that's not part of Disney gives the fans what they want, or do something that's outside of what Disney do. The media loses their collective mind, and it's hit pieces after hit pieces after hit pieces. Enough is enough with the crap. You guys gotta stop this crap. You do. You really do. It's getting annoying. It's getting annoying at this point. And I understand, you know, people have to do it for hate clicks or whatever. But the reason why I'm saying it needs to stop, because for some reason, these studios like to believe these stupid hit pieces over the fan base. The fan base can tell you, no, the movie was excellent, the movie was good, we love this movie, a sequel and stuff like that. But because there are people with blue checks on Twitter or Instagram, or have a media thing where they can write a hit piece, the studios believe them over the people that actually brought the ticket. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that makes sense, where we're believing hit pieces, rumors, or dumb stuff over what your actual fan base is saying. At some point, these companies need to listen to their fan base. If their fan base is willing to pay for it, do it. It doesn't matter that there's a few people who don't like it. If people don't show up, oh well. But if there's a large majority like the Snyder Cut, give it to them. Give it to them. Give it to them. What's the harm? You're getting money. Who the hell cares? I'd rather take Snyder over J.J. Abrams rebooted bullcrap any day of the week. I'm sorry, I don't. Once you're talking about you bringing in a black Superman and you're race swapping Constantine and all that kind of stuff, I lost all kinds of interest in that. I don't want to see that. I don't care about no political messaging about the superhero. Just make a superhero movie. Make a superhero movie with the classical characters. If you change them up, okay, sure. We can get to that bridge when we get there. But to ignore what fans actually want makes absolutely no sense. And giving us stuff that we don't need makes absolutely no sense. And making these hit pieces and trying to target the fans and trying to get a row from the fan base doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You guys are losing money, and yet the media just keeps doing this same nonsense, keeps trying to sugarcoat things or protect certain franchises or certain people or whatever, and trying to villainize the fans. You're calling fans alt-right and Yazis and communists. Like, do you guys even know what those words mean? That's the thing that's killing me. I'm just saying, knock it off with the hit pieces with the Snyder Cut. Let Justice League come out. Let it have its time in the spotlight. Let it have its time in the spotlight. We let everybody else have their time in the spotlight. But as soon as it gets to DC or a smaller property that fans are really hyped about, here comes the hit pieces. You guys was just sitting up there last week defending WandaVision. You're defending WandaVision when majority of the fans were not pleased with that ending. But then you want to sit up here and create hit pieces when fans are excited about Snyder Cut. Do you know how stupid that sounds? Do you know how crazy that makes you guys look? It's retarded. Cut the crap. Cut it out. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.